Hello everyone, welcome to Coders Camp. We are today at the 28th day of April Lead Code Challenge, and the problem we are going to cover today is unique paths 2. So the input given here is an m cross n matrix, and we have to return the number of paths that the robot can reach to the end of the matrix. So let's understand this problem with an example. So here is a robot starting from the 0, 0 cell of a matrix, and it has to reach the last cell in the given matrix. So the rules are it can travel only to the right cell or the down cell. So now the other tricky thing is they have an obstacle in the path. So if it faces an obstacle, it can't travel to that cell. So let's start from the cell 0, 0. This robot can move in right and down. So if you check what is down, there is an obstacle, so it can't move to the path down. So straight away it is traveling to the next cell, so that if you see there is a down cell and there is one path. So now from going down, if you see if it tries to move right, there is another obstacle in the middle, so it can't go to this path. So it is still going down and moving right so that it reached the end cell, which is again one more path. So the overall paths the robot can travel to the last cell is going to be 2. So that is going to be our output. So how are we going to approach this? So when we come across this kind of matrix problem that asking for the path to reach this certain cell, then the first thing that struck our mind is going to be BFS. So we have always used BFS to solve this kind of problems, but this problem is getting time limit exceeded when we try BFS approach. So the other handy solution is going to be DP. So we are going to cover the dynamic programming approach for this problem, first starting with the two-dimensional DP and converting it to a 1D DP. So let's dive in. As we all know, dynamic programming approach is nothing but solving the solution for sub-problems and then arrive at our bigger solution. So consider this cell is going to hold the answer for your question. So what is your question here? What is the number of paths that we can reach to the target? So consider each cell is a target. So here in this DP array, each cell is going to be your target. So we are going to fill in values at each cell stating how many ways to reach that particular cell. So I'm not here going to explain the pattern and fill in the values. Instead, we are going to apply the knowledge and understand how we are going to put the values in those cells and derive the pattern ourselves. So before getting started, what are the things we are going to fill in this DP array? So we are going to fill with values that actually says how many unique paths to reach that particular cell. So to start with, the first base case we know is if there is a 1, that is if there is a block, then we cannot reach that cell at all. So in that case, there are 0 ways to reach the cell which has a block. So simply wherever there is a 1, we are going to fill with zeros. So this is our first case. So now the second case is what is the possibility of reaching the cell 0, 0? There is only one possibility because we are going to start from that cell. We are not coming from the up cell or left cell to have many number of paths. So the value at 0, 0 is going to be 1. So the next case is what are the possible ways to reach the cells in the first row and first column? It is going to be all ones if there is no block. Why all ones? Because as we are starting from the very first cell, the only possible way you can reach the cell is moving right. The possible ways to reach these cells is moving right from the first cell. The same way, the possible ways to reach this cells that is in columns is going to be move down. So there is only one possible way you can reach all these cells. So by understanding this concept, we are going to fill in the rest of the cells to come up with our solution at the last cell. So hope you are understanding these cases by now. So let's start filling the actual values for this particular example and understand the solution. So we are going to start from the first cell. Let's fill in 1 as that is the only possibility. So there are two options now. We can move right or move down. So first move right. Check the cell which is right to the cell we moved from. So that is 0. So we can move freely. So that robot has moved right. So it is going to be 1. The same way the possibility is it can also move down. So in that case check the cell down which is again 0, so it can move. So we are going to fill in 1. So here 1 actually means there is one possibility to move to that cell. So you will understand as the iteration goes. So now we are moving right again from this cell. So from this cell, if we are moving right, there is a block. So we cannot move further. So it is a block. So we can fill 0 here. So as this is a block, we cannot move further from this cell to any of the cell. Either it can be down or right. So those values are also going to be 0. So we cannot fill the down cell right now because it is also having a left cell. So let us check that. As we have filled our first row, moving on to a second row. So from this cell, that is 1 comma 0, the possibility is we can move right and down. So if we are moving right, we are going to fill in this particular cell. What are the possible ways to reach that cell? From the cell 0 comma 0 to reach the cell 1 comma 1, you can either start from 0 comma 0, move right and go down. The same way you can start from the first cell, move down and go right. So there are two possible ways to reach that particular cell 1 comma 1. So I'm going to fill 2 there. So now from the cell 1 comma 0, we are trying to move down. In that case, the value there is 1. So that is a blockage, so it cannot move to that cell. So I'm going to put 0. So as I'm putting 0 there, there is a block, so it further cannot move down. So my next cell down is also going to have 0 possibilities to reach that cell. So right now we have filled our first row, first column and the cell 1 comma 1. So now we are going to move from 1 comma 1 to right and down. So if we are moving right, the value is 0. So what are the possible ways to reach that particular cell? If you are starting from the cell 0 comma 0. So from 0 comma 0, you can go right, go down and then move right. Same way from 0 comma 0, you can again start going down and then move 2 rights to reach that cell. So again, there are two possible ways to reach that particular cell. By now, you must be understanding the pattern. If not, you are going to get it in the next row. So we are now at the cell 1 comma 2. From this cell, we are trying to move to right and down. So if you see what is there down, there is a block. So you cannot move further. So that cell is going to be 0. The same way from this cell, if you are trying to move down, then it is going to be 0 again. So now from 1 comma 2, we are trying to move right. There is a 0, so there is no block. The robot can move. So what are the possible ways to move to that particular cell when you are starting from 0 comma 0? So if you are starting from 0 comma 0, you can move right and then down and then 2 rights is one possible way, and you can go down and then take 3 rights to move to that particular cell. If suppose if there is no block here, if this cell is going to be 0, in that case you can actually start from 0 comma 0, go 2 rights, go down and then go to a take a right. Also you can go directly to the last cell and take a down. There will be 4 ways. So but here, since there is a block, we have only 2 ways to reach that particular cell. So now we have filled 2 rows. Moving on to our third row, we are at the cell 2 comma 2. So from 2 comma 2, we are trying to move to right and down. So in this case, what are the possible ways to reach the cells 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2? So now they both have zeros. In that case, the robot definitely can enter that cell. So what are the possible ways? So if you start from 0 comma 0, you can directly go right down, go right and go down. That is one way. And go down, go right and go down. That is other way. So again, you have two possible options to reach that particular cell. So moving on to our last row now, we are going to move our robot to this cell. So in that case, how many possible ways to move to that cell? There are actually 0 possible ways, because if you start from the first cell 0 comma 0, you cannot move further down since there is a block. Same way, if we are moving right and trying to move down, there is another block. From here, if you move right and go down, there is no option to move left actually. So in that case, it is going to have 0 possibilities. The same way it applicable to this cell as well. it is again going to be 0. Finally, the last cell, which is our target, what are the possible ways to reach that cell? So now we are going to start from our top left corner. So if you move right, down, there is one way, and move down, right, down, there is another way. So again, it is going to have two possible paths. So now we understand what we have actually filled in these cells. So how are we programmatically going to fill this? Your code is going to look something like this, where we actually add the values of the top cell and the left cell, because the robots can move only in two directions, from up to down and from left to right. So to reach that particular cell, so far what we have reached previously in the up cell and what we have reached in the left cell is the answer. So if we add the possible ways from left plus what is there in the up, will actually give you the answer here. So if you observe, we have followed the same pattern throughout this DP array. So for example, if you consider this particular cell, we have added what is the value in the left cell and what is the value in the up cell and put it in this box. Same way it is going to be here as well. What we had in the previous cell, that is up direction, and what we had in the left cell to that cell is the answer. So hope you're understanding this pattern and idea now. So here the trickier part is converting this 2D to 1D. Why? Because this actually runs in big O of m cross n time complexity, where m and n are the rows and columns of the given matrix. By converting it to 1D array, we can run this in big O of n time complexity. So we clearly know to compute a particular cell's value, we need only two values, that is our left cell's value and up cell's value, to get our solution. So instead of using a 2D array, we are going to implement the same using a single dimensional DP array, where we are going to get use of the same array twice in order to calculate our solutions. So we are going to fill in the values in such a way that starting from the first row, to reach the cell 0, 0 is going to be 1. So we are going to fill our first value as 1. So first consider only the first row, where the values are 0, 0, 1, 0. So if we are filling the values, the possibility of moving to the next cell is going to be 1, and further we cannot move as there is a block. So now moving on to our second row, consider values all zeros. So our first value is going to be standard. We are not going to update the cell at all, because the possibility of having the value there is going to be 1 until if there is no block. So now moving on to the second cell, the possibility of moving to that cell is 1. So what we had already in the cell, plus we are going to add the value in the previous cell. So it is going to be 2. It might be confusing, but you will understand once we complete the iterations. So now moving on to the next cell, the possibility of moving to that cell is what we have in the previous cell plus what is the value in the current cell, which is value here plus in the previous cell. So it is going to be 2. Again moving on to the next cell, so the possibility is there to move to that cell. So far what we have the possible ways to reach the previous cell, plus we are going to have what is there in the current cell. So previous it was 2, so 2 plus 0 is going to be 2. So right now we are moving to our third row, where the first three things are blocks. So in that case we are going to fill in zeros in the cells. So finally the possible way to reach the last cell is there, because it is a 0. So since the previous value is 0, 0 plus what is there actually in the current cell is 2, so it is going to stay 2. So as we are adding what is there in the previous cell and current cell, all values are going to be 0, and finally we reach the last cell. So far there are two paths to reach this cell, and there is no additional value in the previous cell, so this is going to be our output. So hope you're understanding both the solutions. So let's go to code now. So as I said, I'm gonna declare variable size, and an DP array of size the given matrix columns. So now my DP of 0 is going to be 1 always. So we are going to iterate each row and values at each cell, and I'm checking if my grid's value is 1. In that case there is a blockage, so I'm gonna fill the DP value as 0, as there is no possibility of moving to that cell. Else I'm gonna fill my DP array. Yes, but here I'm gonna fill the values if it is not my first cell, that is DP of 0. So I'm gonna put one more condition. If my j is greater than 0, then I'm gonna fill the value. If not, it is gonna stay with the value 1, or what is there in the previous calculation. And finally return the last cell's value as our output. So let's run and try. Let's submit. So yes, the solution is accepted and runs in 0 milliseconds. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe. Thank you.